You're still watching the AM show, and before the break, that was me interacting with Florence Gilbert, a caterer, and I learned quite a few things in the kitchen. I bet my mom will be very proud. But moving along to art, which moves the world, and as we know, most great stories are told through paintings. So over the weekend, I went to go visit Larry Otoo, a painter who's been in the business for quite a while, and you want to watch this. Art enables us to find ourselves and lose ourselves at the same time. I'm here with Larry Otoo, who's been painting for over 30 years. We want to find out what's been keeping his passion burning. Larry Otoo, thank you so much for your time. So, you said you've been practicing for over 30 years. What has been keeping the passion alive?
Passion itself. So when you have something that is in you, and it's always yearning to come out. It's the same with me. I grew up in a family where my grandfather was a goldsmith. My mom was a seamstress. So each and every time I was exposed to people doing craft work, you know, my mom cutting out patterns, etc. And at school too, we had this arts and crafts, you know, where we clay, we dealt with paper, we dealt with pencils and crayons, etc. This is a painting, you know, we could see that the dominant color in there is blue. You know, different shades of blue, sea blue, ultramarine, etc. And then when you come to that, the approach is more like a cubist approach. You know, it's almost like squarish, shaped into different compartments. The subject matter is women. It's more like in praise of women. Women by nature are beautiful. That's how they've been created, you know, to become attractive. And therefore, a man sees beautiful things, sees a beautiful woman, and is attracted. And that's how it comes. One becomes wedded, one becomes one with the spouse, etc. It's through beauty. It's through the vision, looking through the eyes. So you could see I've emphasized on the eyes, the necks, and then the face and the lips, and everything is sort of put in different shapes. It's to create an aesthetic appreciation of women.
And then we're going to move on to the Royal Gallop.
Yeah, this, as you can see, the painting speaks of itself. You know, women, nothing men riding horses. You know,
okay. And then the Braids Walk.
The Braids Walk. It's a painting of a lady. You know, but even though it's titled Braids, the emphasis is on the almost silhouette form of braids at the back of the head. Yes. So when you look at it, you have to look at it with two different eyes, maybe four eyes, to see the braids and also to look at the facial expression. Yeah.
Okay. Pepper connection. Firstly, we know here in Ghana we love our pepper. We take everything with pepper. What is the pepper connection in here besides the obvious pepper?
I did this painting about almost getting to 7 years ago. I had finished watching a lady sitting by the roadside, you know, selling vegetables, and the dominant vegetable on her platform was this pakoshito and garden eggs, etc. You know, but then I wanted a title that would cause the onlooker to ask why a connection. You know, we normally associate a connection with deals, things that are happening between two people concerning a strategy or a deal that has to take place. And so this is a woman who deals in pepper, groceries, and other things. So that's how come the name came about. Pepper Connection. He deals with hot issues.
Okay, hot issues. I wanted to know how long, plus minus, how long does it take to do one painting?
It depends. When I'm in the mood, when I can do a painting in a day, or it can take me a whole year, or it can take me 2 weeks. Depends on the subject matter, the mood I'm in, availability of materials, and then sometimes, yeah. If you are in a good mood, you love what you are doing presently, and you are not distracted by having to go out, family matters, etc. Yeah.
How long has what was your longest painting? What was your longest painting? How long did that one take?
I can't tell you now because there's one still there that occasionally I go and dab on it. I put a painting, I lie on the couch, look at it, and if I see something wrong or I have a new idea, I incorporate it. So my longest painting yet, I have not really established it. Yeah.
Okay. So we can say that it's continuous. It's ongoing.
Sometimes I do a painting and I go and see it. Somebody's bought it, hanged it, and I go and see it. And over the years, maybe I've improved upon the technique, and I want to work on it. Okay. So I can never say I've finished until I've finished. Until you're finished. Yes.
And the job of an artist is never done.
It's never done, and it's never overdone. And sometimes people say it's overdone. Sometimes you do a painting, you've halfway finished it, somebody comes and says, oh, this is the painting I like. And you tell the person, you've not finished. Yeah. And it's like, well, I like it as it is. And I say, well, if you want it that way, take it, yeah. So it's an ongoing process. It's something that if you enjoy doing, you continue doing forever. Yeah.
So I noticed with these ones, they don't have names. Is there any particular reason?
They have names. Maybe they've not been
pasted
on, yes. But this is Red Piano.
Okay.
This is Red Piano. It's a painting about, guys who've come together like comrades. They are in a session practicing, reading the musical notes and practicing in a very small, crowded place before the big concert.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And then let's go to this one.
This is what I call Allegro. It's a musical term to show speed. Yeah. It's an orchestra. Yeah. You have to go back and see it because it's like they say, an orchestra of musicians. Yes. You find the cello, the violin, the piano, the kettle drums, the trombone, the sax, all the instruments that come together to give harmony, a musical concert, etc. And my rendition is this in black and white, which I think gives you a striking view of music that is going on.
And especially because like a piano has black and white notes, so it adds to the
whole ambience of the painting. Yes, it's a very big painting, and I like it very much. Yeah. It's been done in a very spontaneous way. Using the palette knife, the brushes, my hands, anything that I could lay my hands on just to create this special effect. Yeah.
Personally, I like music. I really enjoy music. So let's come to the cello. Yeah. Yes, the fiesta. Yes. What was going on through your mind when you were painting this?
This was a painting, if you look carefully, has been worked over several times. I first wanted to create a striking musical pose. For the almost getting to 10 years now, I've zeroed on the musical subject matter. I've tried as much as possible to draw the onlookers' attention on music in terms of orchestra, jazz music, traditional music, the phantom from whatever. This particular one, the cello, immediately attracts you because I've used primary colors, the red, the yellow and the blue. And I put a guy who is busy trying to strike a note on the cello, and at the same time, the background, you could find out that the music is making people dance, you know, and it's done in a very spontaneous way. Again, it's my idea of what's going on when I envisage such atmosphere in my mind. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm being biased, but we're going to go to the last musical painting, and this is the piano serenade. Okay, so I mean, looking at it, he's playing his piano, there's someone playing their trumpet, you know, people are gathered around, they're enjoying themselves. What's happening?
Yeah, I mean, if you look carefully, you find out that the atmosphere is more like people who have happen to be in an occasion, you know. They are well dressed, they have their tuxedos, they have their bow ties, their red lipsticks, the well done hair. The ladies are looking attractive, the men are looking more masculine and majestic, and I've used reds, you know, to attract you to the scene. But the focus, as you look at the people, is the piano and the piano man. You know, he's not dressed for the occasion, but what he's doing exonerates him from the normal party dressing. You know, he's managed to draw all the people together in one group to focus on the music that he's churning out. The notes that are coming out seems to sort of bring a little here in the faces and eyes of the people, and everybody is focused with the saxophonist accompanying him with his horn, you know, trying to sort of bring out the music that the guests are enjoying. Yeah.
A picture is a poem without words. The world is but a canvas to our imagination. I am Apito CBD reporting for JoyNews.